Welcome back to another edition of SoCal Scents. I'm Jeff, and today I'm going to be talking about my 3 favorite new releases from 2022 that happen to fit in that fall, winter, warm, sweet fragrance vibe. So ones that are just perfect for that cold weather. Now, this list is funny because this is literally the 4th time I've now filmed this video, and I filmed it like a week or 2 ago, and then I was like, you know what? I didn't like the choices that I picked. I didn't like the order. I thought the order was wrong. And then I filmed it again, and then I rewatched that one, and I was like, you know what? Let me switch it one more time. And then I just filmed it, and then I didn't have my audio going. So now I'm going to film it for the 4th time. So I will give some honorable mentions out. I will talk about some fragrance and why I chose these. And my top 3 are actually going to be the 3 that I like, but they're going to be in order of what I wore the most this year. So I'm going to keep it as that's the caveat. These are the 3 that I've wore the most, and then I'll explain everything else in between and give some honorable mentions and all that jazz. So my first honorable mention is going to be Givenchy Gentlemen Only Reserve Privee. This is an honorable mention because I don't own it. I like the smell. I think it smells great. Having said that, if you own the Eau de Parfum or Boisé, this one's not necessary. Even though it smells good and it does smell different than those, you would wear them for the same situation. And because of that, I just haven't picked up a bottle yet because I own both of those. I like both of those. I wear Boisé, and Gentleman Reserve Privee is on my list to get, but I just haven't picked it up yet because I'm in no rush to pick up a fragrance that could be redundant for me personally. So that's why it's going in an honorable mention. I do like the smell, just don't have it. It's going in honorable mention. Eventually I will pick it up, but as of right now, I have no intention of at the moment. The next honorable mention is going to go to a fragrance that came out at the end of spring this year, and that would be Valentino Uomo Born in Roma Coral Fantasy. Now, Coral Fantasy suffered, it really came out in the wrong season. It got a lot of hype right when it came out on YouTube. Everyone was talking about Coral Fantasy. It's this candied apple sitting on warm woods and tobacco. It's nice, it's great. And it was the wrong season. Flash forward to fall when it's the perfect season for this fragrance. And unfortunately, nobody talks about it anymore. It's pretty much disappeared from everybody's thoughts. And I just want to give a little bit of attention to it because I think it deserves more attention than what it's gotten. Now, of the sweet Born in Roma fragrances, you have Yellow Dream and Coral Fantasy. I always tell people, I go with the one that you enjoy wearing more. You don't need both. So similar to Gentleman Reserve Privee and Boisé and the Eau de Parfum, you don't need both of those because you would wear them for the same situations. So for me personally, I love Yellow Dream, and I like that one a little bit more than Coral Fantasy. Even though I really, really like Coral Fantasy, I don't have a bottle because anytime I'd wear Coral Fantasy, I'd wear Yellow Dream. So that's the only reason I don't have a bottle. I will, once again, pick one up eventually of Coral Fantasy because I do think it smells really, really great. But I just don't have it right now. So that's my reasoning behind it. I always say, unless you're collecting to collect, don't just collect. If you already have a fragrance you love in a certain category, just wear the one that you really, really love in that category. Unless you're like, I'm going to build the biggest collection. That's different than like, wear the fragrances you love to wear. Anyways, let's go to our top 3 now. Now, these are the ones I've worn the most, and I'm going to put them in order of how I've worn them the most. So in number 3 is Burberry Hero Eau de Parfum. This is 3rd because it's the newest. I didn't pick it up till this fall, so I haven't worn it as much as the other 2. This one smells like they took Hero Eau de Toilette, that spicy woodiness, and added like a touch of like Wanted by Night to it. So to me, this is like a hybrid of Hero and Wanted by Night, creating this fall date night version of Hero. It's nice. Chantal on the channel described it as like a sexy cowboy smell. It really suits well. You can wear this anytime, day or night, in cool weather, and it's just gonna work. It's a great alternative to the One. I don't recommend the One in 2022 anymore, and I haven't recommended it in a while. There's a whole video. I'll link to the video above. This is a great alternative to the One. And the next fragrance will also be another great alternative to the One. But I really like Hero Eau de Parfum by Burberry. I think it's a fantastic release. And yeah, nice sexy date night version of Hero. It'll be on date night videos for a good while because I really think this is gonna be thought of as into that good tiers of date night fragrances. Number 2. All right, so my number 2, this is gonna be number 2 because I live in Los Angeles. It's been warm for a very long time and hasn't cooled down until the last couple of weeks. So pretty much the last month or so has cooled down enough to wear this one. But when it came out, it came out in the wrong season. This is a fall winter versatile fragrance. And it is the most wanted Parfum. So fall winter versatile. Day, night, date. I think you could wear it to the office. It's this warm ginger smell. And sitting on like tobacco and woods. It's nice. It's a nice release. It's not my favorite of the wanted line. I'd actually put it in 3rd place for the wanted line. I would go the most wanted by night than this one. Having said that, I think all of the wanted line is fire. The girls love this line. This one probably gets not as much interesting reactions from the ladies as the other two do, but it's nice, still gets positive reactions, and I'm putting it in 2nd place. I also want to challenge all these fragrance companies, if you happen to be watching this video, Azzaro, stop releasing your cold weather fragrances in the warm weather. Like, if this would have launched in like early September, people would still be talking about this one. Same with Coral Fantasy. Launch in the appropriate season or right at the end of the season you're trying to get into. So it's on people's minds. And my number 1. Now, this is technically 2 fragrances. So I'm putting it as 2 fragrances because it's Apex and Apex Parfum. I'm saying it's 2 fragrances, but it's really just 1 because they both just smell like Apex. So this is by Roja Parfums, and it is this resinous, green, fruity fragrance. Think of it as a night out, night on the town while you're wearing a leather jacket. That's the vibe of this fragrance. It's bad boy, it's sexy, it's alluring. I would not wear it in any other setting though. Now, I do prefer the Parfum version because the Parfum version does have it's a little bit fruitier, and so to me it makes it a little bit more mass appealing and wearable more often. And this was my most worn of the new 2022 fall winter fragrances because it just works great. You're going on a night out, just 1, 2, 3. You don't really need much more than that, and you're golden. And so of these 3, these 2 I've worn the most because this one came out earlier in the year, this one came out in the fall, and between the 2 of them, I do think Apex is the better value buy. So if you're debating between what to get, this is the better value. I do like the smell of this one better though, but there is a big price difference between the 2 of them. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about getting them. But yeah, so these were my 2022 3 sweet, warm, winter, fall fragrances that I was really into. However, in the comments below, I want you to talk to me and let me know what were your 3 favorite new releases from this year, the year 2022. So if you're watching this in the future, this is 2022 only fragrances. And tell me what your 3 favorite fragrances that were designed for the fall, winter, that warm, sweet style vibe. Anyways, Happy New Year, guys. Bye.